Have you ever built a business that looks good on the outside, but it looks like a prison on the inside? Yep, that was me. On the outside, I had clients, momentum, and even media attention. But behind the scenes, I was exhausted, burnt out, and questioning if this was really the freedom I signed up for. So here's a real question I want to ask you today. What if burnout isn't a breakdown, but a breakthrough in disguise? What if your body and business is telling you, sis, it's time to do something different? Hey, it's your girl, Sherry Somerville, and welcome to Monetize Your Influence podcast. I wanted to raise this topic because I have been through that space where I design a business and look at my calendar and just feel like I want to throw up because I just had back-to-back people on my calendar. And even though that sounded exciting for some people, it wasn't exciting for me. Whenever I'm in a mastermind and I hear someone said, man, I want a full calendar of people. And I'm thinking to myself, baby, you don't want a full calendar. Because when you have a full calendar, here's what that looked like. You don't have a chance to even go to the bathroom because you're so backed up with calls, and it just seems like you can't get anything done in a day. You have to work around doctor's appointments for you and your family. You have to work around teachers and students event for your kids. There's so much things that's included in that day and schedule. Having a back-to-back call as a guru told you to have, nobody wants that. I don't even want that for you. That only leads to burnout. Trust me, I know. I was hustling around the clock and helping everyone, showing up on every platform, doing all the things that I thought would bring success. But success at the cost of my peace, that's not sustainable. I remember lying awake one night and dreaming and thinking, I didn't leave my 9 to 5 for this. That was my turning point. That's when I decided that something had to change, because even though my business was growing and I want my business to grow, I could no longer be the bottleneck anymore. And that realization taught me that something had to shift. Let me share with you one of the 3 shifts that I made in my business. And not only did it become profitable, but it gave me the sanity that I desire. Before I talk about what the 3 shifts are, prior to making that shift, I did not believe that you could have the freedom to be able to even spend time with your family and still have a profitable business all at the same time. Because I've heard so many people told me that if you want to be successful, you have to take sales calls. If you want to be successful, you have to have a calendar filled. But again, let me be clear. Sales call does work if that's what you want to do. But it just didn't fit my schedule of being a wife and mother, someone who liked creating members of their family. I love family event. We just came from bowling a few days ago. So I just wanted to just put that disclaimer out there that sales calls definitely work. But it doesn't fit my capacity. I can recall my girlfriend called me and says, hey, let's go to lunch. And I would look at my calendar of all the calls I have to do that day. And I just told him, no, just go on to lunch without me. I feel like I was just stuck at this mundane desk. So if that's you and you're feeling this way, I hope these 3 shifts is going to help you to shift your business, not just your business, but your life, because you can't sustain that for so long. Especially when I got in my 40s, baby, I don't have the momentum like I used to have. I don't have the energy I used to have. You got to take these vitamins and all this stuff to get their energy back. And it's just not natural. My son is in soccer, and my son can go play soccer and then come back and play his Oculus doing all these activity games. I don't have the energy of a 12-year-old. And more than likely, you don't either. So it's important to make the shift unapologetically. Okay. And when you make this shift, The idea here is you're doing it for you, and you're doing it for your peace, and you're doing it for your sanity. And I know your mindset is going to be playing tricks on you and ask you, will that cause you to lose client? Will that cause you to go in the red? I can't speak for you because I don't know what your work ethics, what your ethics is. But anytime you're shifting to something else, it always looks like you're taking a step back, but you're technically transforming your life. But I did the thought work to understand I'm just transforming to a higher level. So hopefully the thoughts that you tell yourself when you create these 3 shifts that I'm getting ready to share with you is that you're telling yourself that you're transforming, and it may require for you to take a step back and create that lean business. Asking yourself, what can I get rid of? What can I delegate? What can I automate? Right? So you can bring in the revenue necessary that you need to bring. Whatever that look like for you, that's what I want you to take a look like. So let's go through some of these shifts. So I made 3 powerful shifts that changed everything. Number 1, I shifted. I stopped chasing clients and I started attracting them. I know you heard that before, but instead of begging for attention, I built authority by stepping into my voice through speaking and hosting challenges. Now, that is the blueprint of my life in business. Creating what I'm doing right now, speaking to you, giving you value right now, that is the blueprint of my business. Having the framework of how to communicate effectively, that transformed my life. And creating a challenge was the vehicle to convert my clients. Why is that? Because challenge is a one-to-many strategy. And what I love about it is, yes, it don't allow me to show up all the time in all the different platforms. But when I'm hosting a challenge, it's a 5-day challenge. So I get to interact with people. And why is that important? Because I see some people that they only come out here and they only come out to post and sell and go right back in. That's not impactful for me. Like I'm saying, like, where have you been? Hello. Can I get a hello? Good morning. How are you doing? And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for the clients that you serve. So I build authority and I build it through using my voice. So I let my voice do the attracting, and I let my challenge be the vehicle that convert my clients. But get that moment to spend time with people and learn more about them and their business. And number 2, I ditched as fast as I could the one-on-one grind for scaling my business. I went from saying the same thing to one person to saying the same thing to many people all at once. I built a one-to-many model that allowed me to serve more people without draining my energy or my time. It is so beautiful to think and shift in that manner, because when you're talking one-on-one, yes, it's super effective, but for who? For who? And because I am such a community mission driven person, every time I'm talking to somebody about something valuable, I was like, man, I should be telling more people about this. So instead of talking one-on-one, I rather say to many all at once. And I believe everybody can be impacted from the words you say. So creating a one-to-many model has transformed my business. And number 3, I turn my stories into strategy. Watch this. This is really a game changer. I stopped hiding the hard part of my life. The burnout became the blueprint. And when I share that, my aligned client found their way to me with 0 resistance. So everyone want to share the glam and the glitz. I was watching this lady on YouTube, and she was saying about how she rented out a mansion for $45,000 a month. And I'm all for it, baby. And they were using that as a business. I'm sure that was like a tax write-off and all that jazz. And again, I'm all for it. However, I want people to see me, my authentic self. I want you to hear what I'm going through. I remember when I lost one of my clients, I was losing it. And I would let y'all know this is part of my life. I did not hold back. I did not hold back the tears. Life be lifing. Hello? And let me be super clear. Not because you want to build $1 million business, that does not mean that life is not going to be lifing. But you turn your pain into purpose, because I'm not the only coach that have lost a client through a tragic situation. So somebody out there may be going through the same thing. So I wanted to use my voice and let my audience know, what I was going through. And one of the things that I am blessed to say, that when my clients meet me offline and meet me in person, I am the same person that they met online. Ooh, it's parallel. I don't want to create this lifestyle one way, and when they meet me, I'm a different person. So I really value the authenticity. So I stop hiding the hard parts. I'm over here telling you, hey, this is what's going on. This is not working. And I think it's very important that we do that, because our ideal client need to know that we are real. Our ideal client need to know that we go through problems. And I think the important thing here is showing people that you do go through problems, but yet you still know how to navigate through those problems. You know how to come out on the other side. Like when I go through something, my mind is never go to I need to quit. My mind always go to I need to figure out another way how to do it. And the average person is not did the thought work would have been like, I'm ready to quit this. But longer you stay in this business, and from business coaching and from educating myself, you will also understand this is just all part of the process. It's just to have the high and the low, and you just accordingly, and don't have a pity party about it. But anyway, so these weren't just strategy. They were a mindset shift that helped me to gain my peace and my power. So let's go over this shift real quick. I stopped chasing clients and started attracting them. I ditched the one-on-one grind for scale and impact. I turned my story into a strategy. And when I did that, I literally see the result. My family was at peace. My schedule became more controllable. I was able to go to PTO time. I don't go to miss anything with my family. We plan trips to go places. So I wasn't chasing 7 figures. I was really kind of, listen up, I was chasing, what do I want my lifestyle to look like, and how much revenue do I need to make so my life can look like that. So what do I want my life to look like? How much revenue do I need to make my life look this way? And having that in order to have that time and freedom. And then what mindset necessary for me to be able to do this? What is the mindset do I need to be in order to make this happen for me? So after I said, what is the mindset to make it happen? I also said, this is important. What is the business model that will work for me that allows me to do that? And for me, that business model, without losing impact of my tribe, was challenges. Yep. And that's how we got to where we are today. And that's why I'm so grateful to discover challenges and how to sell one to many. This is something Russell Brunson, Myron Golden, and all these amazing people like Lisa Nichols, Eric Thomas, and all these amazing thought leaders, they use as well. So that gives me the time to show people that I still care about them, but also give me the freedom to care about myself and my family, and especially my son, making sure his schoolwork is up to par. So I want to say this. Kudos to all the moms with more than one kids chasing their dreams and having 9 to 5, because I know I had to stay on my son sometime to get his work done. And there's no way, if I had a business model that was making sales call or one-on-one, it just wouldn't work for me. I just have too much going on. It just would not have worked for me. Because my son is taking high school classes in middle school. He has ADHD. He played competitive soccer. So I am not a mom that just send my child to school and don't know what's going on, right? All the teachers know who I am. And I am so grateful that I discover a model. I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to be present with my child and raise him and nurture him and still have a profitable business. I do not take that lightly at all. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm trying to impress upon you that if you want that too, you can have it too. You can have it. I'm thinking about homeschooling my son next year, and I feel so privileged to be able to have the opportunity to do it because I know there's a lot of mom that wants to, but just don't feel as if they're able to do it to be a mom. So I really take that into consideration. So I just want to tell you that it's possible for you too, and let no one tell you anything different. Don't count yourself out. So if you're sitting here thinking, well, Sherry, I am ready to attract my next 100 leads without the burnout. I am ready. I got you. So I created this free guide just for you, for you to understand how to attract your next 100 leads using a 5-day challenge without the burnout. This guide walks you through how I use challenges to grow my audience, build trust fast, and convert leads into high ticket buyers without ads or overwhelm. So if you want that, literally go into the show notes, go into the description. The link is right there. Click on the link and you get the entire link and blueprint of how to do it. And I want to tell you again, burnout is just a redirection. Don't put too much negative thought into it. It's just a sign to say, hey, you need to redirect, you need to automate, you need to delegate. Don't put too much sign into it. There's no such thing. The titles and words that you give the things define the results of that thing. Burnout is just a sign that said, child, you on the wrong side. Let's go. And I know creating one-to-many model is something that helped me, and I want to help you too. So make sure you grab my free guide of how to attract your next 100 lead using a next 5-day challenge without the burnout. All right, that's all I got for you today. I want you to stay blessed. It's your girl, Sherry Summer Bells. See you in the next episode.